Hey everyone, I'm Fun Figure Reviews, and I'm here with another unboxing / review video. And today I'm here with the Studio Series Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. If you saw my short a while back, you probably saw this. I cannot believe it's here. Yes! I have my trusty dusty X-Acto knife for this very special occasion. So let's just cut that open. And there he is. And my X-Acto knife just fell. That's great. Okay, there are the instructions. And here he is. Optimus Prime. Look at that, people. Oh. I do like the new box, but I will have to admit, I do miss them having a background in the back. I don't know, I just kind of like it. But, yeah. I think this has his shield. There we go. Oh no, it has a sword. You guys can see that? Let me focus the camera. It has a sword. And a shield. I'm gonna be honest, I think they should have painted this silver. I'll probably customize this and paint it silver, and put the blue highlights in the center. So yeah, but still pretty nice. Let's get him out of the package. Right. I'll probably use wire cutters for this actually, now that I think about it. All right, here are my wire cutters. Nice. I think that's all of them. Nope. Some still over here. Nice. I think that should be all of them. It's just the back now. Gotta somehow push that out. Come over here. There we go. And here he is. Optimus Prime. Look at that, people. That is cool. That is cool. Look at that head sculpt. Oh, could have used a little bit more silver paint, I'm gonna be honest. But this thing still looks so damn good. Like, yeah, this is a little bit meh, but honestly, with the last night design, this is as good as you're probably gonna get without being like a third-party figure. So, hey, it's fine. This is perfectly fine to me. Yeah, this is great. Put him over here. Get the sword out. Sorry to keep moving the camera. Yeah, let's get the sword. Nice. Let's put that on the ground. All right, here's a sword. Look at that. Honestly, another thing, they should have painted silver here. But hey, the red paint's actually pretty nice, and the detailing, if you guys can see that, actually pretty good. So I don't mind it too much. Oh, look at that. A little bit of red paint on the side of it. I wonder why they did that. That's interesting. Tell me if anyone else had that too. It also came with this adapter over here. Which, if you don't know, you kind of just push this in here, I'm pretty sure. Then you can put this in here. So that's cool. And yeah, that's it for the unboxing. Let's move straight to the review. Alright everyone, welcome back to the review portion of this video, and as you can see, here's Optimus Prime, and let's get a closer look again of all his detailing and all his Optimus Priminess. Yeah, that looks cool. I do wish he would have added the flames to here, but that's whatever. I'm most likely going to pick up the Nemesis repaint of this, but enough looking at the figure. If you're wondering why I don't have the accessories around, well, I already showed you that, and I don't feel like it's necessary. Also, it'd probably make the video way longer than it needs to be. So with that being said, let's get right on to comparisons, and then we'll go to articulation. So first up, we got concept art Megatron and Bumblebee movie Ratchet. Concept art Megatron is way bigger than him, like by a lot, as you can see. Like, it's almost a night and day difference, if I'm going to be honest. Like, it's kind of wild. Alright. Our next comparisons up are Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime and Studio Series Jazz. If you're wondering why I have him pose and not in like a standard pose or like a standing pose, I don't want to repose this after the video, so that's why. Alright, and for our last two comparisons, we have Ratchet and Bumblebee. And yeah, they look pretty good next to him too. He's obviously bigger than the two of them, but he looks really, really good. And that's pretty much it for comparisons. I guess we can compare him to the Tobey Maguire figure real quick. Not completely in scale, but they look pretty nice together. So overall, you're going to see he fits in well with your Studio Series figures, your Studio Series 86 figures. Alright, he fits in well all around. And he looks cool too. So that being said, let's move on to articulation. Just a bit. So, first up, his head can go up and down. I do believe it's on a ball joint, so that's good. I can move all the way around. You get all the tiltage, right? Yeah, he can move his head about that much, right? He can look up about this much, down about that much, and that's basically it. Very limited head range. His arms can go up about this much without these kind of getting in the way, so yeah. Up about this much. Put that back all the way around. Double jointed elbows. Right. Swivel at the bicep. Swivel right here at the hand, at the wrist. Wrist can go in, but this is mostly due to transformation. He has finger joints, or a hand joint, as you can see. You can open and close his fingers. That's basically about it. Pretty good arm articulation for a Transformer, if I'm being honest. Like, it's nothing too impressive when you compare it to the Commander Class 86 Optimus or the concept art Megatron, but it's pretty damn good, right? He has a waist swivel, but it is impaired by this, so yeah, because it's right in there. So it's kind of impaired a little bit, as you can see. But you still get the range of movement you want. These flaps can go up and down. You can kick his legs out about this much without needing to move them. If you move it, it goes up a little bit further. See? Before. After. I think it goes up a little bit more anyway. Thigh swivel right in here. Bend at the knee. Single jointed, of course. But that's fine. I don't think he'd be able to have double jointed knees with this on the back of his leg. Ankle rockers and toe can go down. So I guess you can call that a toe hinge, but I really wouldn't. And that's basically about it. So not bad articulation overall. I mean, like, it's pretty posable for a Transformer, you know, since it needs to transform. It's pretty posable. And yeah, that's basically it for articulation. Now, with that being said, let me show you some comparisons. Wait. Why am I saying comparisons? I'm sorry, guys. I completely blanked out. I don't know why. But let me show you how to transform this guy real quick. Alright, people. So, first thing for transformation, what you want to do is you kind of want to bring his arms out, right? And rotate the bicep joint like this, right? And kind of just leave it like that. Next thing you want to do is come over here and kind of just untab this from over here, right? And you kind of just want to fold this panel out, right? And do the same on the other side. Of course, if this thing actually wants, I don't know why, but this panel on this side just likes to be tight. Alright, like it just doesn't want to come out easy. Next thing you want to do is just kind of untab this. Mine already untabbed, but if you don't know, you're supposed to tab it in over there. And just kind of bring it up and around. Alright, and just kind of make sure this is kind of like flush. Right, like that, nice and flat. And then next thing you want to do is you want to rotate this up like this. So it should look something like this. Rotate this over here. Use that double hinge joint in the arm. And then just use this to tab it in. And there you go. You got one side done. Alright, do this. Rotate this all the way over here. Use a double hinge joint. And then just tab it in. If it wants to stop being difficult right now, there we go. And that's it. That's basically all you have to do for this. Alright. You want to rotate this. Straighten out these, and I'll be right back with you guys in just a bit. Alright everyone, I'm back. I had to just take care of some stuff real quick. So, where was I? Oh yeah. This part. Up here, next thing you want to do is just bring this part up, right? And rotate these parts out. The reason you want to do this is to bring this up, fold this out. Now what you want to do is you want to take out the tires. So they're over here, right? You want to fold these parts up like so. Bring the wheels or the front part of the truck out, right? Then you want to just kind of, it's kind of hard to do. Sometimes I end up popping it off, but just kind of want to popped it off. But basically what you want to do is you just want to bring it, oh well, now it wants to do that. I think it's just because of this. I might end up shaving this part off because I swear to God, it just makes it harder to do. Fold this part in, all right? Close the tires up like so, and it should look like that from the front. Bring this section up, right? And you got to make sure this little piece rests in here, right? So you got to make sure this is resting in there. Snap that into place. Bring this part down and just kind of tab all of this together. There we go. And then there you go. You got the more or less front part of this Western Star truck transformed. You fold these up, fold these down, fold these down. All right. There you go. And fold this up like so, and then you just kind of want to tab it in like that. Right, just bring it all together, and yeah, there you go. Now it's nice and cohesive. Yeah, And just tap these two arms together. If this wants to tab in, because for some reason it just doesn't want to tab. Alright. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now it's tapping in. It should look like that. Now it's more smooth. See? It's cool. Now we're going to come over to the back. You want to fold this part up. You want to rotate the legs like this, right? You want to come at these parts and fold them like this. All right. Next thing you want to do is come over here and just untab this, right? And bring it up like so. Rotate it on the thigh swivel over here, right? And then just more or less bring this around town like this. All right. I hope I showed that correctly. And then just kind of fold that piece out like this. And there, you got one part of the truck done so far. Now you want to do the same to the other side. Bring this out, untab it, bring it up, rotate at the thigh swivel to where both parts are facing each other. Tab these two parts in over here, right? Rotate this piece over here, rotate this over here, and then just put this flap right here. And that should be it for that. You can connect them. I kind of think it's more difficult when you connect them, but you do your own, right? For the sake of the video, I'll connect them, but you know, normally I wouldn't because it is a little bit more difficult, at least in my opinion. Right, and then you kind of just ease all of this into each other. Alright everyone, sorry, we're back. My camera for some reason cut out, my battery died. But here we are, back where we left off. And, well, yeah. There we go. You just gotta kind of fudge this all together. It's a bit of a pain, I'm gonna be honest. Do all this. You know, it's a very inconvenient transformation to some degree. You know, but there we go. We got it connected as best as we possibly could. Oh, and there it goes. All right, so, man, you know what's funny? This figure did not have this issue at all until I started trying to transform it on camera. And then it had this issue. And it's so weird. Like, it really is just so weird. Alright, is it going to stay? No, it's not going to stay. Alright, I'm going to pause the camera and I'll come back when this is properly tabbed in. Alright, I'm back and I have it all properly tabbed in. Hasbro, could you really not have thought of a better way to do this? Like, Jesus Christ. It took forever. Let me just put it that way. Off camera, it took forever. But, you know, let's move on from that and go into the next part, the transformation. You want to untab this, fold this part out. Like so. Rotate this piece around. Bring this up and around. And you kind of want to make sure this part goes right into here, so you just kind of spread it out all the way. And there we go. Right, and that kind of tabs right into there. There we go. And you just kind of do the same on the other side. Alright, also, by the way, just tab this back in here. Flip this piece out. Forgot to do that. But yeah, there we go. There we go. Trailer hitch. But yeah, just basically do the same thing you did over here, right? Untab this, rotate this, right? After bringing this out, go up and around town, tab it all into place, bring this back up, and there you go. Yep. And there you go. Now you got Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction in his Western Star Truck mode. Let's bring this camera down just a wee bit. And there you go. Pinned on wheels, as you can see. And they look great. The detailing on this truck mode is actually amazing. Now, yeah. Now, one thing I have a complaint about on this figure is this little blemish right here. This was on my copy of the figure when I got it. I will show a picture of what I mean towards the end of the video. And not right now because I don't know how to crop that in just yet. So it'll most likely be towards the end, but yeah. Like that, I don't know, that kind of takes away from it. I haven't painted it simply because I wanted to do this review and show you. But yeah, that's been there. Doesn't really take away from the figure, I just thought I should mention it. The grill part looks very nice. I like how they have the little Autobot symbol there, sculpted really nicely. The flames look immaculate, I'm going to be honest. And I love the blue they used. Now, the unfortunate part is it has this kind of swirly effect on it, as if you can kind of see. And I really don't like it. I don't know why Hasbro does that with their plastics. But, you know, sometimes it does. Sometimes it's pretty good. Like, sometimes it's a real hit. And then other times it's kind of like this, where you look up and it kind of takes away from the illusion. And it looks weird. Right, but with that being said, let's do some vehicle comparisons with this Optimus Prime. Alright, so first one up, let's do Optimus Prime and Optimus Prime. Alright, let's do them side by side. Yeah. He is like the biggest. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Definitely bigger than this animated. Definitely bigger than this Studio Series Bumblebee movie Optimus. Yep. For our next two comparisons, we got another Optimus Prime, and I just moved my camera again, so that's always fun. There we go. But yeah. Got another Optimus Prime. This is the mainline Rise of the Beast Optimus, and this is Studio Series Dark of the Moon Soundwave, I believe. Yeah, Soundwave. There they are. Yeah. They look pretty good next to each other. Yeah, pretty good. And we have one more comparison, and that's for this Bumblebee, Clunker Bumblebee. Yeah, they look pretty good. They look pretty damn good. And that's basically it for comparisons. Now on to my final review of this figure. Now overall, I'm going to give this figure a 10 out of 10. Honestly, this is a great release by Hasbro, and while it does have its issues, obviously there's a lot of robot kibble, but what we need to keep in mind is Hasbro is working with a budget, and for them to cover up that kibble would take a bigger budget. I mean, this figure might, like if it had a commander class price point, it might have better engineering to cover up more of the truck mode junk in the robot mode, but let's be honest, this design is very hard, and unless you're getting a $300 or higher masterpiece figure of this, right? Third-party masterpiece figure of this, it's going to be highly, highly unreasonable to expect a $50 figure to have that form of engineering. So, you know, for what it is, I think it's a 10 out of 10. It gives you some amazing accessories. It gives you a great sword and a shield and a little mini sword on his hand. While I do wish they were painted, I still think they're great inclusions, and honestly, are great selling points for this figure. But this figure does a great job on its own. Its robot mode is great, you know, because like I said, it's kind of hard to translate this design, the AOE Knight Optimus, into an actual figure, you know, without it costing a shit ton of money. So they did pretty well with that. It still has its overall like shape. And the vehicle mode doesn't look cluttered. Like if you've seen any of the other AOE Optimuses prior to this, they always had some form of clutter in their vehicle mode. And I'm going to be honest, I'm just one of those guys who wants a crisp vehicle mode, right? I want a crisp vehicle mode. I don't want no kibble. I don't want no nothing. I just want a good looking vehicle mode. It's why this Optimus and the Commander class in their vehicle modes are my favorite Transformers in my collection, you know, because they have hardly zero to any kibble, and it's just amazing. And now this figure is among them in terms of my favorites to transform because of their vehicle mode, right? So I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. Overall, you know, I would definitely recommend it. It's a great figure, and if you don't have any of the AOE Optimuses, or you're looking just for an upgrade, I would say this is a pretty good upgrade compared to those other figures, at least in my opinion. Anyway, with that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's review and unboxing, please like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. Anyway, I'm Fun Figure Reviews. Today's been a fun review. Have a great rest of your day. See you guys later. Bye. Alright everyone, before I forget, as you can see, there's a blemish right there on the figure, as you guys can see. Just wanted to show you guys before I forgot. Anyway, now bye. See you.